trained before?
A very little. Not good at all. I am dressed like an absolute idiot right now. No sports attire, no nothing. I have a tank top in my bag, but I got a little baggie, no gloves, no nothing. I look completely new. Let's fucking do this. Today I'm going to my first Muay Thai class in almost 2 years. I'm sure most people who watch me do not know this, but I used to train Muay Thai, which is Thai kickboxing, when I was 14. I trained for about 3 years and then I took a 2-year break. But instead of just getting back into it, I'm going to be going to a new gym for the first time. And I'll pretend like it's my first time training. Now I do not intend any disrespect, because quite frankly I'm terrible at this sport and might as well be new at this. I just wanted to test whether people could tell whether someone is experienced in fighting or not. So this is just a small experiment. I joined this gym 5 minutes away from my home and told them I'll be filming my first class, and they said I could. So let's see how this goes. I'm super excited to get back into fighting. We just have to pretend for a little bit until they get suspicious, and I'll just come clean. First, I gotta get myself some pants. Also, if you guys are wondering why it says boxing in the title and not Muay Thai, boxing in the title just looks better. This is still Thai kickboxing, but it's a little too long to put in the title. Hope you guys understand. Okay.
Otherwise,
Is there like a changing room?
yeah, the one on the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Alright, this place is sick. This is the address on the screen and their name if you guys want to go check them out. Everybody was extremely nice and they took the lessons very seriously also. First of all, they let me borrow some straps because I didn't come with anything prepared, and I completely forgot to pretend like I don't know how to do my own straps. But just as I was about to start doing my own straps, someone asked me if I needed help, and to help me do my straps. Also, the area you saw just now with the ring is actually the beginners area. This is kind of where they separate the people who are just starting out, and also this is the sparring area for other days. Whereas outside in the main part of the gym, that's where the actual classes take place. If anyone has any experience in like boxing or Muay Thai, you would know that wrapping your hands is almost muscle memory. So the fact that I had to pretend like I didn't know how to do it was really hard. And right away, they didn't ask me to stay in the beginner area. The second class started, I was assigned a trainer coach, and she was awesome. They were all extremely nice and friendly, and instead of placing me in the beginners class, they took me outside to see my level and see if I could stay in the regular training sessions. Also, I would like to apologize for the guy training in front of the camera. This is a shared gym where people take lessons together, so it doesn't matter if I'm filming or not. So I cannot have people just move out the way because I wanted to film myself. So there are some points where people are in front of the camera, but there's also a lot of shots of just me training. Anyways, the training was intense, and right away I was reminded of how tough this all was. Finally, we put on some gloves. The person training me was going very easy on me, and she was being very lenient. She was definitely treating me a lot like a beginner, but as everyone started warming up, everyone got a little more active, and then she started noticing that maybe I'm not completely new. She could tell by my stance, the way I was standing, the way I was kicking, and the way I was reacting to her kicks, that I wasn't completely new, because a lot of the things that I did was quite unexpected, and if I was a real beginner, I definitely wouldn't have been able to react fast enough to do the things I did. And the things I did was nothing special, but it's just stuff that are built off of training, and not just something that you're born with. Holy shit, I'm not built for this anymore. A lot of hard work, man. Gotta respect everyone that grinds it. This shit is hard as fuck. Then it was time for some pad training, and wow, this is where I started feeling it. I started getting really tired and dizzy. She was doing the pad work really well, but I just couldn't keep up. And this is when I realized it doesn't matter if I'm pretending to be new or not, because I'm technically starting all over again. Now my experience might be 3 years old, but I haven't trained in almost 2 years, and that basically makes me brand new again because I cannot keep up with everyone else who's been training, and I had to find this out the hard way. I literally couldn't go anymore because I felt like passing out. My body was literally so weak that I couldn't keep up, so I actually had to leave the session. I literally felt like passing out, so I couldn't keep going, and I couldn't tell you how disappointed I was in myself. Fuck guys, I'm fucking sitting down. Just like that, I had to call it a day, but it was really fun to pretend to be a brand new student. At the beginning of the lesson, they weren't very sure, and they decided to test my level to see if I could stay with the regular sessions, and literally 5 minutes in, they're like, yeah, you're staying here. So I ended up doing the regular training session with everyone else, but I literally couldn't keep up, and I guess there's a lesson to the story. You know, yeah, they can definitely tell if you've trained before. You do stuff that normal people wouldn't usually do, or wouldn't know how to react in that situation. I've trained for quite a couple years. You know, my blocks, my kicks, I would say they're mildly experienced. You know, I might be someone who has 3 years experience of technique. Maybe they thought it was cool, like, oh, this kid knows how to fight. You know, like, oh, pretty good. But near the end of the training, I was literally fucking passing out. And they're like, okay, well, this kid's maybe not bad, but look at him, you know, like, fucking pathetic on the ground. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what I was saying because I was so dizzy, but the moral of the story is be consistent. Because you might have experience in something, but if you're not consistent with it, then you'll never be able to keep up with yourself.